These people have been following us along for 6 weeks. And in YouTube world, that's like 6 months at least.
It has been. We finally made it to the cathedral in Santiago de Compostela.
Did you think we were going to make it?
I knew we were going to make it. What about you?
I'm so excited. But hold on. We're going to talk all about how we've been feeling this whole Camino. Stay tuned.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Michelle.
And we're cruising with the Colemans.
In 2024, we decided to walk the Camino del Norte. Baby wine is growing.
Keep watching to take an adventure with us.
Hey Brian, how you feeling today?
Relieved. But I will be even more relieved when we get to Plaza Obradorio. So vamos. Hola, buenos dias.
Hello and good morning.
We are coming to you from one of the last peaceful, quiet, woodland stretches of the Camino del Norte, which is also now known as the Camino Frances.
It's an exciting day. A couple of reasons. One, it's exciting to relive what we just did last year. So if you didn't watch our Camino Frances series, Brian will link it in the description.
We're doing a lot of reflecting today on our last month plus of walking, and talking a lot about how we're feeling about what we've just accomplished.
And you know what? This musician up here is setting the tone right now. May I have a euro, please? Let's talk about the roller coaster of emotions that any pilgrim experiences. And I say any pilgrim, not because we're experts. However, we've done 6 Caminos. It doesn't matter if it's long or short. You go through a range of emotions.
And for us, every Camino has been different, honestly.
Yeah.
Even when we're on the same route again.
The roller coaster is still the same, despite what route we're on. The first week, that's easy, right? It's a major rush of adrenaline. It's the anticipation of the experience. It's the
joy of being here.
The motivation to get it started. You're experiencing all of those. They're all positive. It doesn't even matter how hard it is.
Well, except I'm going to say, then on day 1, you get this overwhelming feeling about halfway through the day of, oh my God, this is hard. And if you're starting in Saint Jean, you know exactly how hard it is because you're climbing the Pyrenees. And here on the Norte, it was hard.
It was really hard. And then the rain and fog just added to the elements. So it kind of is like a little bit of a reality check feeling. There's no one emotion in the first week. And by the end of the first week, oh my gosh.
16K to Santiago, 16K to go. I've had my fill of climbing uphill, 15K to Santiago.
It's a good time to start reflecting on week number 2 because we just climbed a hill.
They still don't get any easier. Well, that's not true. They do get easier.
They do. We did that one pretty fast.
And we didn't stop to take a rest break.
Yeah. So week 2, the adrenaline rush is gone. It's not gone. It still lingers. I mean, it's what keeps you going the whole rest of the trip.
But the exhaustion sets in. Mentally, physically, you say, what in the world did I get myself into? And there's even almost a little bit of regret.
The feet, the legs, your muscles, your physical body is literally screaming at you, what have you done? You can put on all the arnica you want, which we recommend. You can take all the muscle relaxers, ibuprofen, whatever that you want.
Camino candy, it's called.
But your body is still saying, oh my gosh, and your mind isn't far behind.
On week 3, we're approaching the halfway point, but we're not quite there yet. For us, it was all about the doubt. Are we really going to be able to do this? And we even considered bailing and throwing up the white flag and stopping our Camino this time.
It's not that we didn't know if we could do it. We knew we could do it.
Did we want to do it?
Yeah. And it's like, we're grown adults. Why are we doing this? Why aren't we on holiday like the rest of the world?
So contemplating your life choices is a real thing.
So you've got sadness that's shifting in. You've got self-doubt that's creeping in. And yet at the same time, you know you can do it. So there's a little bit of confidence. But there's so many other feelings that are going on that you're not sure which one to listen to.
Behind us is the Camino Frances that we've been walking on.
For a day. Nope, a day and a half.
Yeah.
I mean a day and a half. Today's day 2.
Over here on this overpass is where the Camino del Norte alternate route comes in.
I think you've got 2 options here. We've talked about this. We gave you a 2-week recommendation of having a Spanish vacation. We've talked about the last 100 kilometers of the Camino del Norte. The first day that we walked in, all the excitement of the pilgrims really pushed us and motivated us, and it was really exciting. So if you want that, you're going to get that right now without having too much of it, I feel like.
Yeah.
So this is a great option to come in. And if you feel like logistically it's not going to work, you have the other option of coming into Arzua and then Pedrouzo as a night stay or wherever you want in between, or do it all in one day.
The distance on this alternate is a little bit shorter, I think by about 10K. So you might cut some time off if you're doing it over multiple days, or you could just take it a couple of easy days.
Week 4, you're over the hump. You've made the decision. I'm doing this. We're finishing this. We're doing what we started.
And there's this little tiny magnetic pull. You feel in like the gut of your stomach, like right in the pit of your stomach, this little pull of Santiago, because you're over halfway and you're like, okay, I feel it now. I'm feeling it.
And determination is definitely settling in, like we're doing this. You just know you have a routine that's setting in.
The aches and pains are still there, but they've mellowed out a little bit.
Well, and you're taking enough Camino candy that it's helping get through. Taking more naps because you're like, I know I need these naps. I need to get through this. And so, yeah, but that routine is very real, and to helping the emotions, kind of the negative stay at bay and the positive. You're reminding yourself of like why we do Caminos, why we're doing this, and telling yourself we can do this. So at this point, 4 weeks, we've been walking a month, 2 weeks to go. Week 5, that magnetic pull that Brian was talking about earlier to Santiago, it's getting stronger by the day.
Yes, and you see that there's an end in sight. So you start to get this feeling of relief of, oh my God, we're going to make it.
And your body begins to feel a little bit re-energized. Like for us, we've taken our last rest day. We take it usually when we're about 9 or 10 days out from the end. So you've taken that, your body is like energized because you took a rest day. You still have the aches and pains, they're very real. but you've got that routine that you set up and it's there. Even though I will say I did lose my wash rag in week 4. So, you know, I don't know how solid that routine is.
Says the woman who walked out of the hotel room without her hiking poles this morning.
Can you imagine? But you're also really happy. I mean, you're truly happy with the what you're doing. Like, that you know, not only you knew you could do it all along, but that you're doing it.
Well, and there was also, this sense of accomplishment. Because in our week 5 is when we kind of started moving in towards off the coast, also in this time period. And we had some really big climbs, but they weren't nearly as bad as we thought they were going to be.
Yeah, and the climbs weren't going to be quite as bad the rest of the way. So just excited. Oh my gosh. There's the cathedral right there. We only have like less than 5 kilometers to go. We're at our high point, Montegosa, the Mountain of Joy. I wonder if we're feeling anything like that.
Montegosa.
The Mountain of Joy. 5 kilometers left to go. We've walked 568.5 kilometers so far.
Now, of course, that's because we did take a few shortcuts. We did take a few buses, so we did not walk the entire 800 and whatever kilometers. But it still comes out to over 350 miles, which is a long way.
It's a long way. It's been 6 weeks, and we have shared with you so far 5 of our 6 weeks of emotions. For week 6, there's a lot more that goes into it, for me especially, because in 2019, when we walked the Camino Frances from León to Santiago, I discovered that I put the word anxiety with things that I had been feeling before, but I let those feelings get so bad that the night before we got into Santiago at Pedrouzo, Brian had to call a taxi and get me to an emergency room because we thought I was having a heart attack. Instead, what we learned is all of that anxiety had built up to a panic attack. So the Camino taught me how to manage my anxiety a little bit better. I certainly have felt it on this trip because it has been so long and so hard for us. Amazing and epic, and I would recommend it to anyone. The expectations were there, but the reality was, but on the last week, you kind of reflect on all of those feelings, so you feel a little bit of melancholy, right?
Yeah, you're thinking about just everything in your life. You're thinking about, for us, past Caminos and comparing them. I think you also give yourself a little bit of an opportunity because you see the end in sight. So you start thinking about, okay, what's going to be next? What am I going to do when I get home? How is the Camino changing my life? Or what is it creating a yearning for wanting to do next?
I'm very thankful to be sitting right here. I want to cry because I'm so proud of us, especially considering I was sitting at this table crying in 2019, but I was broken that day, and we had such a big adventure planned. We continued on the Camino Portugues, and we had to bike part of it because part of what was leading that anxiety was I was injured, and I wasn't allowing myself to deal with that injury. But I wasn't allowing myself to deal with it because my spirit was so broken, because I had just been through quite a bit of physical challenges. So, but we do have good things planned next, don't we?
We do.
We do. If you are watching this series because you love us, well, first of all, thank you, because we love you right back. We wouldn't be making these videos if people weren't watching them. And if you love us because we walk the Camino, our hiking days are far from over. Maybe we'll take an RV here or there coming up. What do you think?
I think we might. And even though our Camino is ending today, our adventure is continuing on all the time.
Oh my gosh, all the time. We have 2 weeks left in Europe. I mean, there's part of like the excitement is, you really do start thinking about what's next, and that sense of accomplishment of what we've done and what we know we can do. We got big stuff planned in the future. Age isn't stopping us.
That brings us to, what about emotions tomorrow and next week? What do you think?
Well, sadness is going to set in.
We've always experienced a little bit of grief after the Camino because it's over, and a yearning for the simplicity of just walking and not having to decide anything except which bar to go to for lunch or dinner.
Well, in our time together, I mean, we do spend every minute. Sometimes too much.
We like to joke that the only time we get any privacy at all on the Camino is when one of us is in the toilet.
I don't want to rush the aging process, but it really makes me look forward to time together in retirement because we know we can do it together because we spend this time. But there is also a lot of sadness and grief because we have to go back to work and our minds shift into other places, other responsibilities, other distractions. And it makes it harder to stay focused on us. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we come back to each other, whether we like it or not, whether we're in the mood to or not.
But a lot of days, and everybody experiences this, life gets in the way.
It does.
And on the Camino, all you're doing is living it.
We have to get better, as everybody probably does, at appreciate each other when we're both tired and frustrated.
All right. I'm ready for lunch. Let's go for a walk.
Oh my God.
good day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live.
0K to
Santiago, no more K to go. We made it here, let's give a big cheer. Buen Camino from Santiago.
These people have been following us along for 6 weeks. And in YouTube world, that's like 6 months at least.
It has been. We finally made it to the cathedral in Santiago de Compostela.
Did you think we were going to make it?
I knew we were going to make it.
I
What about
knew
you?
I knew we were going to make it. I just at moments didn't want to. But we knew that you were following along and we knew that it was something we could do. So we're here and we're so thankful you came along. You experienced all of our emotions.
All the joys, all the pains, all the rain.
Did you smell our stinky feet? I feel like they should have. I think that in the future we need smell-o-vision. I keep saying that, but YouTube's not listening.
My feet are okay. It's my backpack that stinks now.
Really? Your feet are okay?
Yeah.
I mean, but come back tomorrow or
Yeah,
whenever
we're
the
not
videos.
done.
We are so not done. We have a whole video about taking care of yourself and reflecting on your Camino. So that's what we're going to be doing next. And then after that,
Heading off to the Netherlands and then the Paris Olympics.
oh my gosh, it's so exciting. We've got some really exciting travel videos. And if you're just sticking around because you like us, don't worry. We have a ton of RV videos and you are going to be so surprised with what's coming next in the RV world.
Oh man, big announcement coming up really soon.
Thanks for watching all of this. Thank you for coming along. And your messages of encouragement literally helped us get here. So thank you so much.
Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day today. It's a good day today. It's a good